Good morning. Happy Friday. If you're watching this for the first time, this is our weekend tarot reveal. Feel free to skip ahead a couple of minutes. I'm going to wait for everybody to get on. Oops. Good morning, everybody. Come on in, come on in. Happy Friday. We made it another week, you guys. Good morning, good morning. Let me raise this up just a bit because it's hard to see all the comments. There we go. Good morning, I'm great, thank you. How are you? So if you're new here, I'm on Instagram and TikTok. So we're gonna look at what's coming up for us this weekend. Uh-oh, it's already hiding your comments, Lisa. An earthquake was just there. Oh, I hope everything's okay. I hope everybody's okay. Wow. Good morning, good morning. So anyways, if you're new here, we do this every Monday and Friday. We're gonna look at everything that's coming up for us this weekend, okay? On Mondays, we look at everything that's coming up for us Monday through Thursday. We talk about it, we get advice from the cards. Y'all can ask questions. This is a collective reading. This is not personal readings. So the questions can be about tarot cards, spirituality, numerology, whatever it is that you need, okay? Dang, a 4.8. Wow. Hey, Miss Ann. Good morning from OKC. Welcome, you guys. So anywho, we're going to get started first by aligning our root chakra, okay? Because this is where everything sits. This is where we feel safe and secure. We need to focus on our root chakra being stable, okay? Because if that's not stable, the rest of us is not going to be stable. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the tuning fork. All you do is listen to it and you just breathe and relax. That's all you got to do. It's super simple. Thank you for the heart. And then we're going to do our fairy blessing, and then y'all are going to pick what card, or y'all are going to pick which deck we're going to use. Mercury retrograde. I blame it for my lack of speech. Anyways, all right, all you're going to do is just breathe and relax and listen to the tune. It's a few seconds. Here we go. Just breathe. There we go. Okay, now that we've got that situated, see, easy peasy. Sound therapy is fantastic because we are all just vibration, right? We're all just energy. And so when we have something strong like that come in, we start attuning to that frequency. That's why it's really important for you to pay attention to who you spend your time around, because whoever has like a really strong energy in the group, that's the one you're going to start emulating. You're going to start resonating with that. And is it good or is it not? Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so let's get our fairy blessing. See what we need to know for the weekend. We do have the eclipse coming up on Monday, you guys. You can expect the energy to be different. I'm ready for it. Like, it doesn't scare me at all. I know there's a lot of fear-mongering going on around social media about this eclipse. I'm not afraid. Are y'all afraid? Let me know in the comments. I don't feel like there's any reason to be afraid. I'm in Aries rising, and so this eclipse is happening in Aries, and I'm like, bring it. Bring it. I've gone through so many changes in life, like nothing scares me anymore. Not afraid? Good. Looking forward to it? Good, good, good. See, y'all are my people. Good. The energy is insane today. Not afraid of the change. I'm embracing it because my ex has notified me that pretty much I have our daughter full time now. Good for you. Good for you, Elizabeth. I'm glad y'all aren't afraid because, yeah, there's no reason to be. So, okay, let's get our fairy blessing for the weekend, and then y'all are going to pick the deck that we use. Here we go. A blessing on the heart's calling. Ooh, I don't know if we've ever pulled this card, you guys. A blessing on the heart's calling. It's number 38. We talk about what is calling to you all the time, don't we? We always talk about you feel this pull. You feel it like pulling you in one direction or another. And sometimes it's hard because you're like, but wait, I'm scared. I don't know if I'm supposed to go this way. What if I fail? What if I make the wrong decision? And this is telling you that you have your own heart's calling, okay? You have your own unique divine vibration. You have your own unique journey. And what's calling to you is going to be unique to you. It's not always calling to the masses, right? This is why we struggle, you guys, because we try too hard to do things that other people are doing. But it's not meant for us, right? So this is perfect, I feel like, for this eclipse coming up because the eclipse is in Aries. Aries is the I am, right? Aries is a cardinal sign. It's the one that's like the leader. It's like, let's go this way. So you're going to start feeling this energy ramp up and your calling is going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And sometimes it can feel like anxiety. So you have to understand, like even last night, I was feeling like really weird anxiety and I was like, oh no, this is not mine. I have nothing to be anxious about right now. So this is not mine. It must be just the energy. So I release it. I let it go. I push it out, right? And that's how you can do it. You can take one deep breath in, fill up your lungs, pick it all up, and then blow it out. And that's one easy way you can dispel that energy. So you might feel a bit anxious this weekend because we're going through this shift. The energy is building, kind of like going on a roller coaster. We're going up, 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 up. We're anticipating this change. We're like, oh God, we're getting to the top. And then we go on the ride of a lifetime, okay? So I like this. So number 38, 3 is creativity, it's communication, expression. It's also 2 energies creating something, okay? Masculine, feminine energy creating something. 8 is prosperity. It's also that karmic energy, right? So whatever you're expressing, whatever is calling to you, whatever is communicating to you, is trying to pull you into that karmic energy, right? So it's also number 11. 11 is a master number. 11 is the philosopher. It's like, think about it. Understand that this is a divine calling. This is pulling you this direction for a reason. You're meant to experience something. Why would you want to stay put? I don't know. No regrets. Okay, so y'all pick the deck. Every time I pick up this deck, all the cards fly out. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But anyways, we have the Wizard's Tarot deck number 1. Y'all are going to choose in the comments. And then we have the Pulp Tarot in deck number 2. So tell me in the comments, and y'all help me keep track, please. Somebody in the comments help me keep count on Instagram and TikTok. So deck 1, Wizard's Tarot, or deck 2, the Pulp Tarot. Y'all decide. Okay, a lot of people in TikTok are liking deck 1. Okay, Instagram too. Or also. The Wizard's Tarot is a cool deck. I do have to admit. I don't use this one a whole lot, but it is still cool. So it looks like wands are winning it pretty much by a landslide. Hard choice? Yeah, I know. The Wizards. Okay, let's do the Wizard's Tarot. We'll try the Pulp Tarot another time. I mean, we've used it before, but I think the reason that it flew out today is because it wasn't supposed to be used. So maybe that's why y'all don't feel as drawn to it. Okay, let me get these shuffled. Oh, look what's on the bottom, the Wheel of Fortune. It's in reverse. Okay, what do we need to know this weekend? What do we need to know this weekend? And you guys, if you're here and you're wanting to learn tarot, stick around because we talk about each card and how it can apply to different situations. If you're wanting to become a tarot reader, you can go to the link in my bio. It's right there at the top. It says Tarot Testers. And the reason why it says Tarot Testers is because I'm building a self-paced module. And the Tarot Testers are getting in first. And they're getting to go through the module and give me their feedback. That way, when it's complete, I know that it's going to be perfect for the people that come in after. So if you want to get in first and be a tarot tester and test out the module as I'm completing it, go to the link in my bio. It's right there at the top of my website, okay? All right, so what do we need to know about this weekend? What is coming up for us this weekend? What do we need to know about this weekend? Okay, well that cut weird. It was one card that it cut. Interesting. I don't think that's ever happened. Okay, so today we have the Nine of Cups in reverse, okay? When the Nine of Cups is in reverse, it can indicate you're not feeling satisfied because you don't feel like you're getting what you want out of either life or a certain situation, okay? When it's direct, it's like, I'm content. I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm pretty happy. I'm having this breakthrough and I'm well on my way to the Ten of Cups. But when it's in reverse, it's like, not really feeling it. I'm not really getting this fulfillment that I thought I was going to get. This didn't turn out the way I thought it was going to be. Now, like I said, for some of you, it can be life in general, or for some of you, it can be a relationship situation, okay? Because the cups are about emotions, but it's also about healing. It's about your intuition, psychic energy. So it's like, you know what? I just don't feel like I'm there yet, which again is perfect for this weekend because we have the eclipse happening on Monday. This is about snapping you into this new reality, pushing you into the I am. Well, who am I? What do I actually want in life? And how have I been influenced so much in the past that I've taken somebody else's course, you know, somebody else's journey, and that's why I'm not happy. Does that make sense? Is the energy in the air being funny? Yeah. Let's see. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. Tarot Testers is jammed with information. Thank you, Lisa. And like I said, I'm working on the cards now. We got everything built up. Now we're about to explore the tarot cards. It took us a while, but we're there. Okay, so let's look at Saturday. Saturday, we have the Fool in reverse, okay? Now, when the Fool is in reverse, it's indicating it's not a good day to start anything new. We're in Mercury retrograde, right? This is not a time to start anything new. This is a time to review, revise, revisit, okay? Rethink things. So be careful with the energy on Saturday, which is tomorrow. You don't want to move without intention. You don't want to foolishly get into something without thinking because Mercury retrograde can do that to you, okay? It can be like, oh yeah, this looks really nice, really good. And then you jump into it and you're like, oh, nothing but problems, okay? So it's best for you on Saturday to essentially just kind of like stay put and really move with intention. If you're not moving with intention, that's when you bump into things, that's when you drop things, that's when all this shit happens and you're like, okay. The eclipse is conjunct Chiron, the wounded warrior, having the courage to face your wounds, heal them, and step toward into a new beginning. Yes, love it. Let's look at Sunday. Sunday is we have the Chariot in reverse. So we have two major arcana. I told you all that the energy is ramping up, right? Well, the major arcana is the big secrets in tarot. It's the big energy, okay? So you definitely want to watch your driving on Sunday, okay? Be that defensive driver who is aware. Again, you want to move with intention this weekend. You want to be aware of what you're doing, where you're going, what you're putting your energy into. When the Chariot's in reverse, it can indicate car trouble, people driving crazy because they're not paying attention. It's just a feeling of not being in control, okay? So, again, on Sunday, with this eclipse coming up, we want to be in full surrender. over the weekend, over the eclipse, really through Mercury retrograde, honestly. We want to be in full surrender. Like, you know what? I am so ready to have this pivot that I surrender anything that is not meant for me, okay? Because also, like I said, when the Chariot's in reverse, it's indicating that you're not in control. You might feel like there's a situation happening on Sunday where you're not in control. And it's like, why are you trying to control it? Are you in alignment, or is your ego trying to control the situation? When you're in alignment, you know that you're always energetically in control because you're in alignment with the cosmos. You're in alignment with all the divine energy, and it's leading you to a certain path, to a certain journey. But when we are trying to control it ourselves, that's when it goes to hell in a handbasket, okay? Because we can't always see the complete road ahead of us, but the divine can. And when we are trying to control something and the divine's like, no, we got to go this way, that's where you get all this resistance. That's where accidents happen and things like that. Is this making sense? Singing by the pond all weekend then? Do it. She said, watch out. I am the crazy driver. I love it. 7 on the 7th. I didn't even realize that, Anne. Thank you. So yeah, the Chariot is number 7, okay? And that's on the 7th of April. So let's talk about 7. 7 is a highly spiritual number. It's the one where 6 is harmony, and then 7 is like the step above. 7 is like, I can see things from this very spiritual perspective. I can see it from a higher perspective. I want to go deeper. I want to understand this. I want to be in alignment because I know that's where it's going to lead me to prosperity, to a higher awareness, to ascension, okay? But when we have this in reverse, it's our ego. We're taking a step back or two, and it's our ego trying to control a situation because people get angry when they feel like they're not in control. Have you ever seen anybody do that? Or I'm sure you've done it yourself. I know I have. When a situation doesn't go the way you were hoping it was going to go or something like that, you get angry. And it's because you're in fear mode. You're afraid because you're not in control of the situation. And when we aren't in control, it just puts us in one spot. Fear is a helpful tool for life or death situations. But in everyday life, if you let fear take over, it's going to hold you in one spot because you're just going to go into freeze mode. And it feels like it's keeping you safe because you're just in freeze mode. But when you surrender and you go with the flow of the universe, you're going to wind up floating down this beautiful river to a destination where you're like, oh, I've never experienced this before. This is amazing. I hope this is making sense because this is just what's coming through. Let's see. If you really need guidance, you can ask a question, but these are not personal readings. But if you have like a general question that you need just advice on, sure. Look, you know what's funny is this morning I was thinking about the 6 of Cups and how it turned up a couple of weeks ago throughout the weekend. And it was crazy because I saw so many people from the past, okay? So here underneath, so we have this 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is about nostalgia. It's about harmony, okay? Because remember, 6 is harmony. 6 of Cups, when it's direct, is like thinking back on good things. Thinking back and being like, you know what? That was nice. I missed that, or whatever it is. But be aware that we have the Fool in reverse. We have the 9 of Cups in reverse. We have the Chariot in reverse. So be careful of putting on rose-colored glasses when it comes to dealing with tough situations from the past, okay? When it comes to dealing with anything from the past. Don't romanticize something because you're bored or because you're lonely or because you're frustrated because you feel like you're not in control. Does that make sense? Because when we start to romanticize things, we go back in time. We go back to situations and put ourselves right back in there, and then we have to deal with BS all over again, okay? You start the cycle all over again. I pulled that card yesterday and this morning. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, we are in Mercury retrograde, so the 6 of Cups is definitely going to show up, okay? So if anything from the past shows up, you want to make sure that you are paying attention. because it's showing up for a reason. There's unfinished business as far as you need to overcome an obstacle. You need to learn how to set boundaries. You need to be able to love yourself. There's something there. There's some loose end that needs to be tied up. It doesn't, I mean, it's very rare that somebody would come back around because they're meant to be with you. Okay? If they're meant to be with you, they would still be here. Relationship-wise. Okay? Does that make sense? Thank you, Brenda. My head is doing much better. It's healing very, very nicely. Oh, so yeah, that would be a reading question. So if you need a reading, you can book one through the link in my bio. So that's the thing. Let's talk about that right quick. If you're wondering if somebody's going to come to their senses and reach out to you, if you're sitting there and it's driving you crazy, that's an indication that you're in codependency, okay? That's an indication that you're waiting on someone else on the outside to determine your fate. People will show you their intentions. They will show you exactly what they want. And if somebody is not communicating with you, if somebody is acting out, then that means that they're not the right person for you, okay? And it's not your job to sit around and wait for them to come to their senses. You go live your best life. Don't ever wait on anybody to get their shit together. If they are not showing signs that they are actually working towards a better life, bettering themselves, then I would not sit around and wait. Because we can't make somebody do something they don't want to do. We can't make somebody see a problem that they don't see. Okay? What about your best friend? What do you mean? Expand on that, Tiffany. You've been focusing on yourself and he's been stalking all your socials. Who cares? Let him stalk. Don't look for him. Okay? Because it's just feeding your ego to know that he's stalking your socials. That's all it's doing. And I'm not trying to be ugly. Believe me, I'm not trying to be ugly. It's an ego stroke. Just like when somebody texts you and you don't want to really talk to them, but you don't block them, but you let them text you, it's an ego stroke. So you have to decide, do I still want to continue to get my ego stroked in an empty way, or do I really want to actually focus on myself and move away from this toxic energy? Okay? I don't want my ex back. I moved on. Keep getting random thoughts out of the blue about him. Well, they're probably lessons. Plus, you guys have to understand that when you spend your time in a certain situation, doesn't matter if it's a relationship, work, whatever, you are creating these neural pathways, okay? So it becomes like deeper and deeper and deeper ingrained in your brain. So whenever you leave a relationship or you leave a job or something like that, you still have those neural pathways firing off. So that's why you have all these thoughts, you have all these memories, you have all these dreams about somebody for a while, because you're having to create new neural pathways that doesn't include them. Does that make sense? So if it's just like random stuff, be like, I'm choosing to think about this now. You have to parent your brain. You have to monitor your brain. And you have to change the thought. If it's something that happened in the past and it's still upsetting you or still triggering you in a way, that's a lesson. That's something that you need to overcome. That's something you need to work on. So I hope that helps. If you see them not growing in the direction they say they are. Well, that's the thing. You just, if it's your best friend, and they're not in a good way, and they're saying that they're going, but they're not, and they're doing this and this and that, you have to, you can have a come to Jesus with them, you can have a conversation because you are best friends, but you can't expect anybody to do anything that they don't see a problem with. That's the problem. You change your thoughts and cut the cords. Yeah, good for you. So anyways, the Six of Cups is all about the past, okay? So it's asking you, don't jump into anything new this weekend, especially because we're in Mercury retrograde. We have the eclipse coming. It's really a time for you just to enjoy, to stop and smell the roses, to just enjoy the weekend. Don't start anything new. Don't Don't feel like you have to progress, because sometimes looking back and revising things is the only progress you need. Okay? Because right under the Six of Cups is we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is telling you, you are moving forward, even though it appears that you're moving backwards. Just like Mercury. Mercury does not go backwards, actually. It just appears to be going backwards because we need to slow down and revisit some things, revise some things, okay? Finally met with a lawyer. I'm done with my 15-year relationship. He's a controlling narcissist. Oh, I'm so sorry. Everything in the cards and astrology is telling me to leave. I'm so over it. Oh, that's a hard thing to go through. I'm so sorry. My ex has just contacted me asking me for his pants he left here, but he was polite about it, forgetting he did a really dirty trick on me. Well, I would be like, I'll mail them to you. That's what I'd say. I'd be like, don't even come to my space. I'll mail them to you. That would be me. Oh, thank you, Naomi. I walked away from a toxic relationship. He's dating only a month later. I'm trying to keep moving. That happens all the time, Rachel. All the time. If you're a man and you're watching this, don't get offended. This is psychology, okay? Men move on quicker physically because they have a hard time processing their emotions. They need to fill that void. They need that validation. Women already start the process long before, and women will take the time to process their emotions and then move on. But that's the thing. You will, 9 times out of 10, you will see a man move on with another person right after the relationship ends because they're programmed not to feel their emotions. They're programmed to stuff it down and be distracted, right? You gotta be a man, which is not fair, right? It's not fair. But psychological studies do show and prove that this is what they do because they need that ego stroke. They need that void to be filled. And that's what causes the destruction to the next person. This is why anytime I'm coaching a client, I'm always telling them, end the relationship first, shed all that energy, heal, and then move on. Because if you are in a relationship that you haven't even ended and you're moving on to another person, you are dragging all of that drama, all of that toxic energy into the new connection, and you're dumping it all over them and yourself. You're creating negative karma on yourself. So yeah, it happens all the time. I was going to start digital marketing this weekend. Not a good time. Not a good time to start anything new. Just plan. Plan, plan, plan. The mushroom coffee, I was drinking mushroom coffee, but they kept being out of stock. So I do dandelion coffee. So it's dandelion root, chicory root, and cacao. And then I put cinnamon in it, a little bit of oat milk. I put lion's mane tincture. What else? I can't think of the other 2 things that I put in my coffee. But yeah, that's what I do. Very simple and yummy. Let's see. New moon, cleanse, and cinnamon. Correct. Well, this one's very erratic. I mean, you can if you want to, but I did it on the 1st of the month. You think it's a rebound? Oh, it will be. It is. That's what they do. Felt like a gut punch when I saw him dating, but I think you're right in what you said. Oh yeah, it happens all the time, Rachel. So just know, when my last relationship, I think he dated like 4 people within like 6 months. So yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, let's get some more cards. Sorry, you guys, my nose is starting to run. Chicory root can elevate your heart rate. Checking on. Okay. Well, so far I haven't had any issues, and that's why I've stopped drinking caffeine because of my heart. But yeah, I'll check on that. I don't put a whole lot in there. It's mostly dandelion and cacao. But yeah, thank you, Anne. Anne's always looking out for us. Should I wait until Mercury retrograde is over to drop the bomb on him? I want to tell him I'm done soon. That's going to be up to you, Dee Dee, okay? because understand, I have more than one client that's going through this kind of scenario right now where they're wanting to end their relationship. Just understand that we are in Mercury retrograde. So what you say very well can cause a fight. Not physically, I mean sometimes, but it's going to be tough. Okay, but if you feel like you need to get out of the situation now, do what is best for you, please, always. Just know that the communication is going to be shitty. Plus we have like Mars moving all over the freaking place, causing all kinds of shit. Jamie can tell us. But yeah, I always say go with what is going to be best for you first. And just know that the energy supporting it is a bit wonky. Okay, so let's get some more cards. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to answer all your questions. There are women that move on faster than men as well. No, the women move on emotionally first. You don't see it because she doesn't share it with the man, but she moves on emotionally first. She starts processing her emotions a long time before you even see her physically move. So by the time you see her physically move on, you think it's quick, but actually she's been moving on a long time before, because typically women will try to communicate their needs in a relationship, and not always. I'm not saying every single woman is this way, right? There are toxic men and women, okay? But the majority of women will communicate their needs, and if they're not getting those needs fulfilled, she will start to emotionally separate. And that's her starting to move on. She kind of just separates herself, not really dead inside, but you know, the relationship is starting to get dead or go dead, and then she starts to move on. Thank you. My tarot course looks amazing. Oh, thank you. It's my baby. I'm taking my time with it. So yeah. Ooh, we have paper airplane. I am free to make my wishes come true. Because remember, we have the blessing of a heart's calling. So this is about you exploring what you're feeling, exploring what is calling to you. Why are you feeling pulled this way? Can you write down all of the things that you are feeling this weekend and explore those? Anytime somebody comes to me and they're like, well, I'm not sure, you know, I have all these ideas, I'm not sure what I should do. And I always tell them, okay, let's relax. And I want you to sit down and imagine yourself in each one of those scenarios. And then write down under each one what you feel, what you experience. And then you put them into categories. This one I can do right now. This one can probably be a hobby. This one I'm going to have to learn some stuff to be able to really bring this to fruition. This one I'm not that passionate about. I thought I was, but maybe I'm not. You know, you start categorizing them, and then that brings you into the most important thing, the most important calling at the moment, okay? So it says, I'm free to make my wishes come true. And you are. You are, okay? You have to be the rebel that's not going to let yourself or anybody else hold you back. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you. Let's see. I'm seeing it right now. My ex texting me, telling me that he's incredibly sick, and this man is very healthy. Communication is already shitty. Without retrograde, there's basically no communication right now. Yeah, I know. It's hard, but when you are dealing with the heart, people go a little cray-cray, because deep down we're all a little codependent, because we've been hardwired to be that way. We've been codependent programmed. So people react. People they jump to conclusions. They want to make you hurt the way that they hurt, and it's just this vicious cycle. So you have to be able to rise above that. You have to say, okay, I see that you're hurt. I understand you're mad, but this is not working, and this is the direction I need to go. Okay? And I wish you well. I don't wish anything ill on you. You know, it's like you just have to rise above it. Sorry, you guys, I had to fix something. Okay, so let's get some more Oracle. And with the South Node being in Libra, and we had the lunar eclipse in Libra, a lot of people are coming to revelations about their relationships, whether they're in a current relationship or the remnants of the past, okay? This is all meant for you to be able to really focus towards the North Node, towards the I am, right? Towards this is who I want to be, this is who I actually am, and I'm going to unapologetically be myself, you know? Because I'm pretty freaking great. That's what you can say. Be proud of yourself. Embrace it. I was going to finish my taxes. It sounds like I should wait. I mean, you can if you've already started. You can finish it. You just don't want to start anything new. Exactly. If it's not meant to be, block it. I always use that. Let's see. What else do we need to know? Woo! Come on now. They're getting a little wonky. I don't know why, but I just thought of the time, 9:07. That might be significant to somebody, 9:07. Maybe you see 9:07 somewhere? Like, I don't normally look at the cards that way, but it looked like the time, 9:07. I don't know. Look, we have encouragement in reverse. Okay, it's number 54, and I'm going to read this to you. I do love this card. I love this whole deck. It's the last one, I think. Okay, reversed. A misstep isn't the end of the world. You've fallen into a trap of false courage, and only humility will lead you. Perhaps you weren't listening to your intuition, and now you're in a jam. Being too self-reliant without knowing the ropes has brought you to this place. Don't become too discouraged. All is well, and you can always start again. Take another and surely discover new territories where love really blooms. Just remember to rely on your higher power. You can't always get what you want, but Spirit knows your needs. Something better waits around the corner. So that's why we have this calling. If you were in alignment, if you were on the journey that you were meant to be on, you wouldn't have this calling because you would be already in it, right? You wouldn't need the calling. You would have already listened to it. You're like, okay, here I go. So pay attention this weekend to what is calling to you. It's not asking for you to take action. It's asking for you to listen, okay? To tap into that intuition, to tap into that higher self, and to really start making a plan of what it is that you want to do. What does this feel like to you? What is this calling? It could be something dramatically different. And if it's scary, okay. Is it going to kill you? No. It's scary because you can't predict it, right? You're not in control of it. You see 9:07 a lot? Okay. You always see 9:11. That's okay, Melanie. You need to do your taxes. Well, I mean, do them whenever you feel like you need to do them. So yeah, don't be afraid of doing your taxes if that's what you're going to do. Let's get this deck. Let's see. But yeah, I don't know why the time 9:07 came to me. That's interesting. Maybe something will come in at 9:07 one day this weekend. I don't know. Oh, you always see 10:03, which is your birthday. Okay. I like that. I feel that when you just read that, I just don't know who and where to go, but it's all about trust. Yeah, it is all about trust. You have to trust in the divine. You have to trust in yourself too, to be able to pay attention to those inklings, to be able to pay attention to those knowings, right? This is why it's important to sit still. It's important to just let yourself be. And then you get these ideas, you get these aha moments. I had some over the week. Remember how I said there's going to be some aha moments this week? I had some. I think it was on Monday, right? Nope, that was too much. A man holding a heart. I like this card. It's number 45. Isn't that interesting? We got 54 and now we have 45. So this is mirroring each other. Okay? So when we see a man holding a heart, this can indicate a person of romance to you. It could be a relationship that you're dealing with. You could be the man, or you could be dealing with the man. Let me read this to you so you can see all the different aspects that this card talks about. Okay. So, this tender man sits with flowers all around, holding a heart in his hand. For a man, this signals a greater clarity about emotions and their purpose in your life. Let me turn the page. There could be a more balanced approach to family and love at this time, even if these have been confusing experiences for you in the past. For some, this card upright could signal the presence of a new man in your life, one who tends to be more thoughtful and aware. Whether or not this man is a love interest or a friend, he brings a high intention to help where personal projects, family, or home issues are concerned. So remember how we were just talking about being able to process emotions, right? Guys need to be able to process emotions. And so when we see him direct, he is somebody that can process his emotions, and he understands. He has empathy. It's a really good, nice, just like ooey gooey warm feeling, okay? However, listen, we are in Mercury retrograde, so pay attention. Take things slow. Remember, we have the Fool in reverse here. Do not just jump into anything blindly, because it will cause disaster. Okay? You're meeting someone this weekend? Uh-oh. You're going to have to let us know how it went on Monday. We need the juicy details. Let's see. Spirit nudges. I like that. Newly awakening, my ears are constantly buzzing, high frequency, and increased anxiety. The anxiety is because it's a new vibration. So just breathe through it, pick it up with your breath, and let it out. And that anxiety is not. So you just let it go. Like, you know what? This doesn't belong to me. I'm not carrying this around. For Mercury retrograde, Libra rising people need to evaluate communication in all relationships. Oh, yeah. I agree. Let's get some more. So again, this is today, like I said, with the Nine of Cups in reverse, this is all about where are you not feeling fulfilled? Where do you feel like you're not getting what you feel like you deserve? And it's not an ego trip. It's a place of like, you know what? I am constantly emptying my cup, which you shouldn't be doing, but I'm constantly emptying my cup, and I just don't feel like that's being reciprocated, or I'm in this toxic situation. I need to get myself out of this. So it's all about reflection this weekend and moving with intention. Be aware of just jumping into things, okay? Don't ever just jump into something. You need to check the vibration of it. A person, an experience, whatever it is, you do not ever just jump into something. You need to feel it first. Trust yourself to feel it first, okay? You have a second date with someone today. Uh-oh. Any recommendation for the ears? Just know that you're being in alignment. If there's no medical reason that your ears are ringing, just know that you're being kind of like attuned. And so you just sit there and breathe. I'm a Libra, and oh man, I'm really, all this relationship and stuff. Oh yeah. Libras are getting it, just like Aries are too. Look at that. Money. It's a good money message for this weekend. So let's see. Making money moves, career focused, work life, managing finances. So if you were really focusing on wanting your finances to grow, I literally had a financial consultation yesterday with a family friend who advises me on these things. Like I said, now's not the time to like make major like new investments. It would be something where you're like reallocating money, or a lot of the readings that I've been doing lately, I've been getting the feeling of sorting seeds. It's weird. Like you have like a whole group of seeds, and we're sorting out the seeds that are empty or that are dead or molded. You know what I'm saying? We're sorting the seeds, and we're only keeping the good ones. So if you're investing in something that is not for your growth, then that's probably a dead seed, right? Thank you for the hearts. You start your new job on Monday. Woo, that's going to be interesting, Tara. Last night I dreamt of being with people who were communicating with spirit. Felt something tapped in. Oh, interesting. Tapped your foot and woke you up. Oh, I mean, that'll happen because normally they stay at the end of your bed. Do I do healing questions? I mean, you can ask me questions. The Aries is making me feel more confident in my decision. Good. And to stand up for what is right. As before, I wouldn't stand up for myself. Good for you, Dee Dee. Good, good, good. So anyways, this weekend, as far as finances, we'll pull one from the money deck too. See if they speak to each other. It could be that over the weekend, you're reviewing your career. If you're not happy or satisfied in your career, you feel like you're doing all of this work and you're not getting paid what you feel like you deserve to be paid, or you're not getting, you know, it's like people are just like taking from you. You might be reevaluating your career. You might be realizing that you're working to live, or you want to work to live, not live to work. That kind of thing. What else do we need to know? We have animals. Interesting. I like this little card. It says, you're being asked to follow your instincts at this time when making business decisions. I literally just told you, follow your intuition. Listen to those inklings, right? Any career working with animals, rescue associations, or the veterinary field could be for you. Fun fact, I almost became a veterinarian. I almost went to school to be a vet. And then we had to put our dog down, and I laid on the floor with him as they put him down, and I was like, there's no way I can do this. I'm too empathic. There's no way I could do this. I said I would be on the floor with all of my patients, and I wouldn't be able to do it. So yeah, I chose not to be a vet. Then I was going to go to nursing school, and my boyfriend at the time, which then became my husband, his mom had to have her, like, part of her foot amputated because she's diabetic. And we went to the hospital to go visit her, and she was having it cleaned out. I could literally feel the pain. And I was like, God, I can't do this either. And come to find out, like, looking at all my charts and everything, I am a true empath. And I was like, that makes so much sense. So anyways, fun fact. Number 3, connect with your power animal to improve your finances. Yeah, I like that. Anybody do the rabbit at the beginning of the month? I would be a great vet. Man, I tried, but it broke my heart. I couldn't do it. You talked to your veterinarian today about your cat. Okay. Did vet tech online. Nice. The fulfillment for you, Denise? Yes, ma'am. Okay, let's get some more. What else do we need to know? Let's do this one. We haven't done this one in a while. I think a Capricorn man can work with an Aquarius woman. Ooh, that might be hard. Because both of y'all are hard-headed. I'm looking, getting a new position in a company as assistant manager. Good for you, Dee Dee. You can get it. Visualize it. The first day I did rabbit. Found baby rabbits in my backyard the next day. Awesome. I have lots of rabbits that hang out in my backyard. I love it. You missed the morning rabbit? Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you, Jess. All right, let's see what else we need to know for this weekend. I just looked at the time, 10:23. I told y'all, every time I'm on here, and I'm always like, oh, I need to see what time it is. 10:23, every time. Ooh, we have Bobinsana, it looks like. Trust is in reverse, okay? And it's number 8. So when we are not in the flow, right, the energy flow, the karmic flow, because remember, we lay the 8 down on the side, it looks like infinity, right? It's a karmic sign. It's like just energy flow. When we're not in the flow and we don't trust ourselves, we don't trust the divine, we don't trust anybody, then guess what's going to happen? It closes you off. It pulls your aura in like really tight, and it closes you off, and it creates this massive shield, okay? The main person that you want to trust in life is yourself, okay? Because we don't know, I've always told my clients this too, we don't always know, or we will never know what somebody is thinking really, or what somebody's true intentions are really. So you can trust them to an extent, right? But the main person that you need to trust 100% is yourself. And that trust looks like if something goes down, if somebody does something shady to you, you have to trust yourself to get yourself out of that situation. You have to trust yourself enough to love yourself enough to move yourself out, okay? If you're going for a new job or something like that, you have to trust yourself that you have what it takes to get the job done, or starting a new business, whatever it is. You have to trust and believe in yourself. And when you're doing that, you're creating a stronger connection to your higher self, to the divine, because trust is a very loving energy. Okay? You joined my live at 11:11? Okay. And you did the rabbit. Nice. Bobasana is for lucid dreaming. Ooh, I like that. Are you paying attention to your dreams? I've had some pretty wild dreams lately. Have y'all? Like the past week. Have y'all? You are? Okay, see? Past 3 days? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so weird. Okay. Oh, at first I thought that said whales, Monty. I thought at first, because the lines on it looked like you said you were in a house with random whales, but random holes. Okay. Not sleeping enough to dream. Oh, we got to fix that. Been having crazy, weird dreams. Yeah, it's so strange. But, I mean, our dreams tell us things, okay? They tell us either... I've had prophetic dreams that are disappointing because it didn't like just straight up tell me, hey, this is going to happen. Here's how you can stop it. That's frustrating. But we also have metaphorical dreams. There's a lot of metaphors in our dreams. And so if you have a weird dream, it's really good to be able to analyze it and be like, okay, what is that telling me? What is still stuck in here? Or what do I need to know that's potentially coming up? And then it helps you out of it. you don't remember your dreams. A lot of people, excuse me, either they don't remember their dreams because they're not getting into that REM sleep, or if you have an alarm that startles you awake, it'll make you forget your dreams because all of a sudden your brain is jolted out and gone. So whenever you are waking up, you want something that's going to be nice and easy and gradual. I have one of those, I forget what it's called now. Oh, it's like the hatch sleep things. It like gradually lights up, and it just kind of pulls you nicely out of the dream state, but you can still remember your dreams, and then you can write them down. You want to move or talk as little as possible until you get that dream out, and then that's going to help you to start connecting more and more to your dreams. Yeah, the sound bath, I put it in the email that I sent out at the beginning of the month. It's on the 23rd. Yeah, the sound bath, the VIP Soul Collective, sound bath and Reiki session is going to be on the 23rd. Okay, so y'all be aware. I want to say it was at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, if I remember correctly. I put it in the email. I have it on my calendar. I just don't have it over here. Oh, hang on. Woodland Wardens. Okay, I was trying to figure out what deck it was telling me to get. Oh, you didn't get the email? Make sure you're subscribed. Also, you guys, if you're not seeing my emails, go to your email, like Gmail or Yahoo or whatever it is, and add my email address, Erica@Twenty2 Guru. Add that to your contacts, and that will make sure that you get my emails. Oh, okay. Oh, well, looky there. We had the chipmunk and laurel. Success. So success comes in many different ways, right? It's not just money, right? We don't want to be just money focused, you guys. We want to be happiness focused. We want to be peace focused. We want to be healthy focused. Okay, money is a byproduct of all of those things. It just comes, okay? It just shows up. So when we see success, that means that whatever you're going to do this weekend will bring you closer to success. Remember, we're not just jumping into something unknowingly. We're not moving without intention. We are moving with intention. We are paying attention to our intuition. Because the Fool, you'll see that they're in white. They have their little companion, okay? This pack here is all the stuff that they've carried in from past lives. So it's like they have all of this information. They have these abilities, but they have to use them, right? Whenever it's in reverse, they're not paying attention to any of this information. They're not really connected to their higher selves or to the divine, so they're making wrong decisions. And I don't want to say wrong as in like bad, wrong, but it's just like taking them further away from their true journey, their true alignment. Okay? So with the chipmunk and the laurel, with success, it's about being in that energetic flow. This is number 7. We had 7 with the chariot, okay? 7 is a very spiritual number. It's like, let me see this from a higher perspective. Let me look at everything and see the spiritual connection here. What am I feeling? What am I being called to do? What is coming to mind? Okay, don't try to drown everything out with noise or substances. Be able to listen, okay? Yeah, check your junk mail too. Yeah, thank you, Denise. I do not teach Reiki classes, at least not right now. Right now, I'm focusing on the tarot class. Okay, let me do this right quick because we have less than a minute remaining on Instagram. All right, what do we need to know from the Rebel deck? This is the sassy deck. If you're wanting to learn how to read tarot, guys, go to the link in my bio, and it's right there at the top. It says Tarot Testers, Learn How to Read Tarot, whatever it says. Click on that. Oh, it says you need a big fucking hug. Squeeze. Sometimes we just need a hug, right? Hugs bring endorphins. 20-second hugs are where it's at, okay? Because it takes 20 seconds for it to all start to register and to bring up endorphins. So if you have anybody that you can hug this weekend that, you know, is not going to get offended, give them a nice big old squeeze. And it's going to help you too. Okay? So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I will see you on Monday. Monday's the eclipse, you guys. Mwah. If you need anything else, the links are in my bio. Okay? Thank you.